which seems about.
Yeah, I went with average as well. I'm 17.
So that confuses me because I go from 7 to 12.
I've got +2 con and you're a squishy.
No. I understand that I'm squishy, but I get 5 HP if it's like that's a big jump for a. Why won't it let? Oh, max. That's why.
Oh wow! If you click on D&D Beyond, you click on like a ability score, it rolls a D20 for you.
Yeah.
Did not know this. And it even adds your plus check. That's awesome.
Hello. I better go back to push to talk because I'm eating.
So I have 3 spell slots for leveling up. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I got 3.
I got none. I just stab people to level 3.
I got sweet and sour sauce.
Nerd. It really is. You gotta go to Macca's and then go get KFC nuggets.
Why did they ever change it in the first place?
Probably cheaper to make. Did you get the 10 strips for $10, Jonah?
I'm going to be doing some homemade twisters for dinner, I reckon.
They're not twisters unless you can get the pepper mayo. Now, they should make that a dipping sauce. Holy shit, that is delicious.
No, I've got Chipotle at home, so it's kind of like the supercharge.
Have you tried the ALE sauce from Macca's?
Hey, Mishi, the bottom
Yes.
left of the D&D Beyond screen, there's actually a little dice. You can click that on, then click the dice and click roll.
Ah, sexy.
So many strips.
So many deliciousness.
So with Wild Shape, do I maintain my current hit points, or do I take on that of the new one? Oh, okay, so it's like an instantaneous switch in the middle of the damage being applied. Okay. That's good. Yes, I did. Circle of the Land. Druid Circle. I don't know what that means.
So does all this shit happen automatically on D&D Beyond? Because none of it's happened for me.
What do you mean?
Like, I have to go through and like do everything because I've leveled up my character, but nothing changed on D&D Beyond.
Should have automatically happened. I think for you, in terms of extra spells and stuff, might not happen until the rest, but Darty can correct that.
I thought I had to learn, like I had to take a path, like for schooling at level 2.
Did you do it?
It hasn't prompted me to do it. And I don't know how to do it on the thingy.
If you click next to your name, the little drop down, and go edit character. And you should be like that way it says wizard, there'll be level 2, I guess level, then there'll be a drop down box and it should be set to 2.
Ah, that's how you're supposed to do it. Okay.
And now you're like, your features will have progressed to the point that there'll be some things that you need to apply.
Yep. My bad. I'm just retarded.
Don't need to tell us twice.
Yeah, we do, because you're worse than I am.
I might actually shut the webcam off because I'm going to have to sit in a very awkward position. I've got to hurt my back recently, so.
It's all right. Doesn't matter if you're sitting awkwardly.
No, but it might be more comfortable for him to be laying down completely and not in view.
Well, considering this is currently my most comfortable position, I'm going to not have the webcam on.
That's fair enough.
Hey, you might get more viewers. Why don't you get some tips?
Well, I've got a nice little curve going in the back right now, so you know, looks very nice if I do say so myself.
No, you might get some bits saying might need to take off some more clothes.
Oh,
I don't think anybody would be donating bits to my little shitty channel.
Have you tried taking off clothes?
I was going to say, yeah, you need to try that. I mean, I'm pretty sure if a guy removes his shirt, it's not breaching the terms of service.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
No badger.
I'm helping.
Darty needs to become a thought streamer.
No.
I was helping.
Nope.
Just wear plunging V-necks. Yeah, like that. Oh yeah, yeah. Push them together.
Ah, it's horrible. That is horrible.
All we need to do is just have down here, like just that part in the webcam. No one will see anything else, just from there to there.
And have a low cut top badger and then put some tape between your man boobs, put them together so it makes it clear.
Look, you could do the same thing. We could double the efforts.
Oh, double the profits. I like that.
So, thanks for turning up today. Our game's now over.
Which is like, bad.
Sweet, back to painting.
Everybody
Yeah, I
died in
get to
some
go back to
mysterious
painting too,
cataclysm.
Jonah. Look, I got Jonah.
Ooh, banshees, nice.
Yeah, they're so pretty. They have like corsets that are half like invisible and
Yeah, I'll put some more on lay-by too, Darty. Some more 40k.
Oh, cool. I've got your the other two models that are still here.
Oh, the two big ones?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll pick those up later. Oh, do you want your box back?
What was my
jam,
box?
jam.
I have arrived.
Sham.
Put the other Chaos Marines, Plague Marines in for our badges.
I don't have a webcam
no,
because
that's
the app stopped working for some reason. But Harvey Norman said they're going to get more webcams in this week, so I'm going to get one at the end of this week.
What about your phone? Weren't you using your phone last time?
Yeah, the app's not working for some
Oh,
reason.
the app's not working. Okay.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's working for me earlier.
God damn it. Now I've got to find another image.
We got 3 images to find, and there's only 3 people in the camp. This
you-
is redonkulous.
This is redonkulous.
Put a loading picture of mine so that way it tricks people.
Why don't you have a cam, Milky?
It's not working.
Oh, okay.
Try a different app. Just saying.
I mean,
I
go on
got to
camera like
restart my
this.
computer quickly.
Yeah, you stay like that, Mishi.
just a real close picture of my face,
That's hot.
just staring at you.
This is literally like the same pose as a cam girl does. Yeah, like that.
I gotta put my poster back up.
To one side.
What camera are you trying to get, Sham? Good talk.
The silent camera, apparently.
All right, my poster's back up. Now you can just see boxes. Ha
Badger, this is what I'm painting now.
Oh, hell yeah. Is that Albert?
Yep.
Oh, fuck yeah. I have ordered. This is what I've ordered, Jonah. I'll send it to you. Just gotta go on Games Workshop.
Huh. So I'm just reading up on some of those animals, and they're pretty good.
Oh, yeah. What's your challenge rating limit?
1/4.
Let me send you a link.
I've got one that Darty sent through earlier. I think maybe last session with a bunch of animals that I would definitely know.
Yeah, he'll send you that. But there is a thing. Hang on.
So quiet in here.
Sorry, there's a link now in the player chat for Lost Mine. And it's just a full web page that breaks down all the animals by challenge rating. And then as long as that correlates to something that you would have seen in the wilderness or that you've noticed, then that's something you can shape into. And each of them should be a link to its stats block as well.
Funnily enough, that's exactly the page I had up on my phone.
Hey, there you go.
So wolf, spider, badger seem to be the best ones.
Yeah!
It's
Be a
not-
badger!
Yeah, they've color coded them. So green and blue are sort of the options that you want to look for. Yeah, Velociraptor. Why haven't you seen a Velociraptor?
As a hermit, I specialized in paleontology.
That's
Go with
a
Hey, Mishy.
Hmm.
We got the same bed sheets. High five.
Do we?
The spider one and everything.
I'd burn those straight away, Mishi, and buy different ones.
No, he's a cheesecake because he bought them from Kmart. That's where I bought mine.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, give me just a second.
They look alright until you wash them once and then they become horribly faded.
It just fades to like non-existent.
Did you see the link, Jonah?
Hang on a sec, sorry, I was looking at that thing for Mishi. Start collecting malignants. Ooh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can
What?
transfer them to D&D as well.
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah.
Looks in study.
Hey, what's that? Sorry?
The thing Badger sent me, malignants.
Okay.
Have skeletons riding skeletal war horses. Oh, that's cool.
No, they're spectral
Oh,
skeletons
yeah, yeah.
riding the war
really good.
horses. I'll link it to Mishi because he's interested too.
Hey, Shem,
No.
what camera were you looking to get?
It's a Logitech something.
Is it like
It's
a,
$130. I can't remember the one of it.
was it stream cam or is it a C920 or a C?
C910, I think it is.
Oh, okay. I was going to suggest because
Ooh.
I just got my new one, which you can see is much better resolution and crap.
Oh yeah.
I ordered that actually from EB online.
Oh yeah. Which one was that?
This is the stream cam.
And mine's a pretty big upgrade as well compared to my actual cam.
You're using
Is
your
it-
phone though, one.
Is this Age of Sigmar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for what have they called it now? Or what are they going to call it?
Cities.
Nah, the original Warhammer to be re-released. They're calling it something else.
There's Warhammer 40k new edition or whatever it is, which is 9th that's coming out.
Age of
Nah,
Sigmar is original. It's just original,
They're actually re-releasing Warhammer Fantasy Battle as a re-release. They're calling it something else. I know that they are. I
Is
spoke to a
this-
dude at the Games Workshop about.
I'm unaware. Sorry.
Yeah, same. Just get an Age of
I will
Sigmar
find
and
it.
play with me. You can be the rat people.
Skaven.
The rat people.
What's wrong with Skaven?
Nothing. I just like ticking off Mishi because you know.
I am never painting another
It's called
Horde army.
Warhammer: The Old World.
The C922 is what I was looking at getting, Jonah.
Yeah,
That's what I've
that's a
got.
good one. Yeah, that's what Daddy's got. It's pretty good. It's what I would have got if I couldn't have got the stream cam.
I can't justify $230 on a stream cam.
Is there anything popping up on the Facebook buy swap sales yet?
Yeah,
Everyone
that's where I
goes
got
back to
mine.
work.
Not yet.
I haven't looked, but I refuse to buy stuff from there.
Also,
you can pick up some
I love-
cheap stuff. Might be a bit dodgy in the cities, but sorry.
I was just gonna say, I'm looking at the Twitch chat now, and I love the photos that you've used.
Best memes. That's what took me so long. I had to find something good.
Did you have one for me? Because I might drop out of the webcam again, depending on having to change position. Or do you have to like apply it each time?
Oh, if you drop out, it shuffles all the cameras around because Discord likes to do that. So that's all right.
But
If you
don't drop out.
I'll find something. It's all right. We know that your back's sore, so if you look funny, we can laugh.
No, find a way.
Don't worry, you'll just see me move slightly and then randomly cry out in pain silently because, you know,
Yeah,
I probably won't turn on voice chat for that.
That's okay. Unless you're getting killed. Please do.
Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
Describes my character perfectly.
Don't make me laugh, it hurts.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's awesome.
All right, we're ready to get started
I might
then?
just not get a webcam.
Ready to get going? Get into it?
I hope so.
Okay.
Ready to get down as a clown, Charlie Brown.
Have you leveled up your character?
Yes. Everybody level up.
What's
Level
the level up?
2.
Can we just ignore it this time and we can sort it out next time?
You're talking
No,
about
you want to do it now.
I want to do it.
Okay,
Okay.
while Shem levels up, I'll be back. I'm going to take some prescribed things.
I'll
Okay.
just yell really loudly and then I'll level up.
Dragon Ball Z the crap out of it.
Hell yeah.
I should probably get dice, eh? Shit.
Oh crap! Where am I?
Badger
Yes.
or Jonah? How do I level
Ask
up?
Jonah. I just asked Jonah before. I'm a retard.
Hello. So to level up, drop next to your character name. There's that little arrow. Drop
Oh,
that.
yeah, okay, yeah. I've added XP and I'm level 2.
Yeah, but just go edit character
Oh no. Edit character.
and just check that next to where it says your character class, which is cleric, the level, and then it says 2 in that next to it. And then just check in the class features section to see if there's anything that hasn't been added yet, like a proficiency or something like that.
It'll be marked with like a little blue indicator if you need to make a change.
Yep.
I don't have any blue indicators or anything saying I need to change anything.
All right, well, you might be good then.
Yeah, you should be good. What are you, Alizar? Let's have a look. Are you literally only 15 HP at max?
Yeah, that's typical for a level 2.
God, you're all so squishy.
What are you? You're squishy.
He's got
He's
lots of
like,
money.
I'm 25.
he's like flopping his junk out, going, "I beat everybody with this." Crow
Please
smack.
attack the next one like that.
Many HPs. Wow.
Yeah, I think I get like 10 HP a level up. It's pretty cool.
I get 6.
Which reminds me, Daddy, I think we all... Oh, he's talking.
Sorry, what was that?
I was going to say, I think we all automatically got that bonus HP from leveling up. Do you need us to manually change our HP?
No, that should be it.
Okay.
Hold on, 2 seconds, and then I'll we're waiting for Mishi, but once he gets back, we'll do the start.
The kids were yelling in the lounge room. So Jesse's just like, "Kids, go to the bedroom," and she's told them to piss off so I can play this without getting screaming noises in the background. D&D life.
Ew, a 5-megapixel camera. Ugh.
All right. Let's get the mic on auto, and the girls have just got home. So if you can hear it coming through, let me know, and I'll make an adjustment. So
Open the door and say, "Shut up!"
all right, want to do the last time?
Sure.
Last time you killed a shitload of goblins. So we began last session. You guys were at the start of the goblin cave. You killed a couple of goblins at the front, and then made your way in. you immediately were greeted by the sound of savage dogs as they all barked furiously at you guys, and begin to tug on their pole that they were chained to, ripping it almost out of the ground. Oh God, I can't remember your character names. Crow.
Well, mine's really hard.
Crow distracted the wolves with some meat, and smashed in the peg that they were tied to a bit further into the ground, and ensuring that they remained there. After that, you continued deeper into the cave when you were greeted by the sound of rushing water, but you managed to hold onto your grasp. After a second wave of water come rushing down the cave mouth, you made your way off the path and further into the west of the cave, where you were greeted by a heap of goblins, all sort of making camp and eating food and such in there. You did battle with the goblins, and the goblin leader kicked over a dwarf prisoner who fell to the ground and died to his wounds. Afterwards, Crow interrogated the goblin leader and learnt that the goblins had been ordered to ambush Gundren Rockseeker and his escort Silda, and take the map that he had, and then send both Gundren and the map to Cragmore Castle. You learnt that Cragmore Castle is mostly north of the area that you're in at the moment. Afterwards, Crow viciously decapitated the goblin. You then made your way further and deeper into the cave and confronted the goblin leader in battle, to which you managed to kill all that were at his side, including 3 goblins and a wolf. And now you are now at that position immediately after the battle. So where we left off, you guys were just given some experience. Now there is something that I do want to read out to you guys. So because you all sort of rushed in the midst of battle, you've now taken a break and sort of scan around the room. You see sacks and crates of looted provisions that are piled up at the southern end of this large cave. To the west, the floor slopes toward a narrow opening that descends down into darkness. A larger opening leads north, which is where you've entered in from, to a set of natural stone steps, and the roar of falling water is echoing from within this chamber. In the middle of the cavern, the coals of a large fire smolder. Alright, what do you want to do?
Can we leave the room?
Yeah? Do you want to look at the provisions?
I would like to search him.
Alright.
Yeah, I want to search the corpses as well. Did we get to that?
Oh, squealing. Alright, make a perception check if you want, or Bunk, if you want to make a perception check to loot the corpses, and
15.
Astius, if you want to make a perception check to check out the provisions at the south.
12.
Alright, so you look over the goblins, and collectively, Bunk, you find 3 gold pieces, 18 silver and 19 copper on each of the goblins. Astius, in the pile up the back, you see a large amount of stores which are sort of crated up with the shield. It looks to be like a lion's head on a shield that's sort of branded each of these particular crates. What you also find is a chest buried in amongst all of these. And in opening the chest, you can see that there is a humongous amount of coins piled up in it. There are 2 vials in it as well. And there seems to be a small jade statue of a frog, and its eyes are golden.
Can I do a knowledge check on all these things, please?
Yeah, sure. So you pull the vials. Oh, actually, I'll get you to make a investigation check first.
Can I poke it?
You what? You want to poke it?
I want to poke it.
You can poke it.
My investigation check
Yep.
was a natural 1.
Natural one.
Yes. I'm a good investigator.
So looking through all the coins and such, you see Alazar approaching, and your focus is just entirely on him as he walks up with his mace and just starts jabbing at the chest and the coins with his mace, and you're a bit bewildered with what's going on. The coins in the chest does not move. Alazar.
That's all I wanted.
Can Luther investigate the statue?
Yeah, sure. Make an investigation check.
Could I do a history check on the statue? Or not?
Yeah, you can make one. Try and learn what it's from.
16.
16. So, Luther, you're checking out the statue as well?
Yeah, I got a 16 as well.
16. Okay, so you both sort of pick up the statue and pass it amongst yourselves and check over it. There doesn't seem to be any markings or inscriptions or anything engraved into this statue. You feel that it is purely decorative. However, the golden orbs that are socketed in for its eyes does look to be made out of solid gold, and thus looks quite valuable.
Sorry, I thought you said that were red glowing eyes.
No,
gold,
Yellow.
gold eyes.
Okay.
I'll whisper to is it Alistair?
Yeah, Alazar. Yep.
Yeah, Alzar. Do you want to just split the eyes between? Just keep it to ourselves.
I'm right here. I say that in character.
You have
I see what you did there.
He doesn't count. He didn't hear me. I'm being stealthy.
Crow's going to, while they're distracted over this idol, I'm going to go up and pick up one of the vials, investigate, uncork, and taste a little bit of it.
Yeah, sure.
Snappy,
So
snappy.
when you pick it up out of the chest, you can see from the light of the fire that the vials have a red viscous liquid to it. And when you uncork it and taste it, you feel energized.
Healing potions, by the sounds of it.
Probably a good assumption.
Okay.
Um,
I'm going to pocket one of them.
No worries. So you can add a potion of healing to your inventory.
Buck walks up behind everybody and tries to squeeze through the legs to have a gander.
You just walk through the legs and just it's just fine.
I'm going to try to identify that symbol, that lion crest, see if I recognize it from anywhere.
Yeah, sure. Make a history check.
And while they're doing all that, I pocket the other potion.
Sure. Add a potion of healing.
Can I check how much coin there is in the chest?
Sure. It's probably a bit hard. Like with all the crates and provisions around, you'd probably need to drag the chest out, so you got a bit more space to count it out. But you certainly can.
My roll game is not on point. I got an 8.
An 8. You have seen this symbol recently, but you can't recall where.
Crow wants to see if he can recall whether it was on the provisions that he was stealing the salted pork out of as we transported it to the city.
Yep, make a history check.
What is my history? Oh, 11.
11. It is not the provisions that you were transporting. Those were separate. You recall that none of the provisions that you were transporting had this emblem imprinted on them.
I walk to Crow and point towards chest and say, "Pull, pull, mighty man."
Okay. I grab chest.
All right, so you drag it out into a bit of open space, and Luther, you begin counting the coins.
One at a time.
Does take you a little bit, so I'll come back to you. So,
1 for you, 10 for me. 1 for you, 10 for me.
all right, so the coins that you're seeing in there, there is a large amount of copper pieces and a sparse amount of silver. Or a generous amount of silver. But there's definitely way more copper than silver.
I'm going to use sleight of hand to try and take all the silver.
All right.
In front of everybody.
We're all right there.
Make a sleight of hand check.
We not see this.
16.
16.
Oh my god, that beats my passive perception.
Yeah, I got +7 in sleight of hand.
Let's get all your character sheets up. They actually have them there. Yep. All right. So, as you're counting the coins, you successfully sort of pocket each of the silver coins without any of the other characters sort of knowing. So Crow, I will ask actually, Crow, are you watching Luther count these coins out, or is your attention gone back to the other group?
My attention won't be on the coins, no.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So say after about 10 minutes of counting, Luther, you pocket 110 silver pieces, and you count out 600 copper pieces onto the ground.
Please say one of them falls on the ground.
Oh, his sleight of hand was successful.
You didn't see it. He's successfully sort of moved it around. So if you're wondering in sort of game rules how I've worked this out. So each of your characters has a passive perception, which generally gets used to see what your character just notices automatically. In terms of what Luther has done, he's actively attempted to hide something from you guys. And given that you guys are over in the provisions and the coin chest has been dragged out, I've compared it against your passive perception. Now, should Crow have said that he was watching, I would have made Crow do a perception check and compared it against that sleight of hand to see if he sort of notices. But since Crow has said he wasn't watching, it's not.
From pulling the chest out, would have Crow's passive perception noticed that there were silver coins in there along with copper coins?
And we're all at the chest.
And we've all seen the chest as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So surely that's a disadvantage.
No. I'm just gonna say if I could tell that there was silver there at some point, it's all right. We'll get to it.
Given that the chest was open, and also where the chest was, you guys see with dark vision, so you would not have noticed the different color in the coins.
Was my light still active? Because I posted with the mace.
No, because Jonah's axe is on glowy light mode.
It was too. All right.
Yeah.
Yes, you would have noticed that there were silver pieces in there.
Because it would have been just running out, like at the end of the fight, so it still would have been glowing.
Yeah. So when you have approached, after the coins have been counted out, I expect Luther, you'll announce. Are you announcing that everyone gets a share, or how are you sort of divvying this?
Yes, everyone gets a share.
Of the copper?
Of the
Do
copper.
they,
Of the
Milky?
copper.
Do
Yeah,
they?
of the copper.
Okay, so Luther has counted out 120 copper pieces for each of you guys and put them all in 5 piles. He has now announced that you can come and get your share of the loot. And Alazar, you've noticed that there are no silver pieces amongst the pile, as well you have as well Astius.
So, Luther, there's a silver. There's silver here.
I shrug my shoulders. Oh.
Can you make a deception check, Luther? And Astius, can you make an insight check?
Oh. Nat 20.
20. Astius, to you, Luther appears to be really forthright in telling the truth. And you're a bit confused because you swear that you saw silver, but you believe Luther in saying that there was none.
Presses X to doubt.
I say to everyone, I'm just an honest thief. I cannot lie.
So I hit the ground pretty hard.
What hits the ground?
What hits the ground?
Sorry, Alistair, I didn't quite hear what you said.
When you said that we do see the silver coins, I hit the desk and said, "Fuck yes," and it restarted my computer.
Really?
While all this commotion over the silver's going on, Crow wants to investigate the big ugly goblin.
The big guy? Yep.
Yes.
Didn't I already do that?
Yeah, you went over it and found everything that's on value, but if you want to look at the bugbear in particular, you can go over and have a look.
I want to specifically look for anything that looks like papers or any written commands or anything like that.
Yep, sure. I'll get you to make a perception check, please.
How much was the silver and copper?
110 silver and 600 copper.
So, Sham, just in case you missed it, I pressed X to doubt and was, convinced that he's telling the truth, sort of. So you also saw it. Up to you what you want to do there.
So, if you missed it,
Yes.
Sham, yeah, so I got Milky to roll Luther to roll a deception check. And I also got Astius to roll an insight check. So I'll get you to also roll an insight check.
I don't want to talk about it. I rolled a 1.
A 1? You believe Luther 110%. Like, he said there was no silver, and you're like, oh, okay, I mustn't have seen it.
Smack anyone that says otherwise.
Crow got an 18 for his perception.
Cool. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just trying to find...
Nothing hide from Crow. Eyes too quick.
Sticks hand in like Albert's butt. I found something.
I'll look at Crow and give him the thumbs up.
There
Like,
it is.
yes.
So you see, this big goblin, he's huge in comparison to the smaller, scrawny goblins. His face is full of hair. He has a large mane that continues up or down to the middle of his back, and he's just built with muscles. He wears a very tattered and not well kept and cleaned loincloth. It stinks. But he doesn't carry any sort of pouches or any sort of pockets in which there's anything sort of stored on his person. You ruffle through him to see if he's kept anything in his braids or in his mane. You don't find anything in there. On the ground next to him, you can see that there is a large morning star laying on the ground, and on his back he has a small quiver which has a couple of javelins stored in it. Or a large quiver that has a couple of smaller javelins stored in it.
Oh, okay. Crow will take the javelins.
Yep. So you can add 3 javelins to your inventory.
Thank you. And the morning star, he'll pick up as well.
All right. So you can add that to your inventory as well.
Then Crow will want to move in and with the shiny axe just into the top corner where he emerged from during combat, just to check out that area as well. See if there's anything that he might have tried to hide or shuffle away under some rocks or something that might be around there.
That was a beautiful face, Michi.
Man who just won 120 silver. Copper. That's the face rock.
Sorry, can you just ping the spot that you want to look at again?
The place I saw him emerge from combat.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I'll get you to roll a perception check.
12.
12. Yeah, if you have a look through there, it's mostly just flat ground with a few rocks. There's nothing, no chests or any boxes or anything sort of sitting on the ground.
Okay. Well, Crow is satisfied. Look.
Oh,
Didn't the goblin dude say that he told us where they were getting orders from, didn't he?
yeah.
Yes. It was from the
White Castle or whatever it's called.
Black Spider in some castle to the north.
Bunk moves out and loots the goblins in the other room since they're out there and they haven't been investigated yet.
Yep. Just want to move yourself where you sort of go. Oh, you want to look at that top section?
Yeah, the two goblins out there.
Yep. Okay, so I'll read out the description for this space. So, as you enter into this cavern, it's half filled with what was two large pools of water. A narrow waterfall high in the eastern wall feeds the pool, which drains out the western end of the chamber to form the stream that flows out of the cave. Below, low fieldstone walls serve as dams, which have now been broken, that held the water in. A wide exit stands to the south, to which you've just come from, while two smaller passages lead to the west. The sound of the waterfall echoes through the cavern, and it makes it very difficult to hear. I'll get you to make a perception check. So you're looking at the goblins specifically, or are you looking at the room?
The room.
The room? Yeah, so I'll get you to make a perception check.
8.
8? The room seems pretty devoid of anything interesting, aside from the two dead goblins. There's a couple of stalagmites on the ground there that are large enough to sort of hide behind. But otherwise, it's generally pretty flat rock. You can see the western pool sort of filling up very slowly and then flowing into the east. You can see the eastern pool filling up at the waterfall and then flowing into the western pool.
Yep.
Has the mini boss been looted yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Many times.
No, go for it.
Now I want to loot the two goblins.
Make another perception check.
17.
17. You find 6 silver and 13 copper over both of these bodies. Just little coin pouches that they have.
I move to over here and check if there's any way to get down from this position.
No worries. Can you make a perception check?
Oh god, I hope the goblins have run out of food. I know the wolves have run out of goblins to eat.
14.
You can see and smell that this leads down into the wolven area from below. You can smell the dirty wolves sort of coming up from the space. You can also see what looks to be traces of garbage and food scraps and such, which is caught on the walls. You can see that it's quite a narrow passage, enough for you to sort of climb down, but it'd be a tight fit.
I move to Crow and poke him with my knife to get his attention. And then point to the goblin, point to where I was before, and do a yeet motion indicating to throw the goblin bodies down there.
Please explain a yeet motion.
What you want, Mr. Lightfinger?
Point at goblin bodies towards where I was on the cliff, and a throwing motion indicating throwing the goblin bodies down.
You want to throw you off the edge, or?
Crow picks up Luther.
Make a strength check. Luther, are you allowing him to do this?
No?
Make a strength check.
Unnatural 20.
I got 17.
17. So what's the total score with yours, Crow?
So non-natural 20. So I got 17 plus 3.
Oh, 17 plus 3. Okay. So Crow walks up to you, Luther, clearly hasn't quite heard the exact message that you're trying to convey, and he picks you up by the waist, and you struggle, but this guy is strong. And he just walks you over to the edge and then dumps you down the chute.
Silver coins flying out in all directions.
Oh, so it attempts to dump you down the chute. So can you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Well. Before I do, I'm just gonna walk to the cliff. I'm gonna say, "Is this what you want, Mister Droman? You want me to put you down here gently?"
I start stabbing him.
Make an attack roll.
Oh, this isn't going to go well.
Do I add my DC as well?
No, you're to hit, yeah.
Somebody gonna
22.
die.
22, so you roll some damage.
Seven.
7. So you take 7 piercing damage, Crow, as Luther now stabs you as you ask him his question. Or ask him your question.
I yelp out in pain and release while the raised cliff edge.
Sorry, you sort of ducked out a little bit. What'd you say?
So because I'm holding him over that edge
Yeah.
part, I am asking, "Is this what you want?"
Yeah.
He put you down here gently, and because I'm so surprised by the hit, I release my grip on him while he's over the edge.
Okay. Luther, can you make a dexterity saving throw as you fall down the edge? Or fall down the chute?
Please be natural 1.
$19.
19. So as Luther starts to go down the chute, he catches the edges before he falls through it. And keeps himself on the upper level.
What was that for? Why you poke? I'm just helping.
I say in a very calmly voice, I said, pick up the goblins and throw them over the cliff.
He didn't say shit.
No, you pointed at body and said, and then pointed at throat. I thought you meant you.
Was I pointing at myself?
No, you were pointing at little man. And you're a little man. I thought you meant...
Jesus.
I just walk away, just wiping my knife. Stupid barbarians. I attempt to drag a body to the edge and throw it down.
Alright. You easily pick up one of the goblins and throw it down the chute.
That was amazing.
And I just stare at Crom, give him the finger, and just jump in.
Crow now realizing what he wants. Crow goes, "Oh, me understand." Pick up the bugbear and now go and throw it down the chute.
So Luther, you hit the bottom of the chute, and the dogs see you. And one of them starts sort of barking at you, and the other two are still sort of laying down lazily over the top of the bodies that were fed to them previously. Do you move from the chute?
I try to throw the body in front of them to get their attention.
Okay, so you pick up the goblin body that you land on, and you go to throw it right as a bugbear body falls on top of you.
It's not little either.
You take 3 bludgeoning damage from the weight of the bugbear as it smashes down on top of you. And it sort of catches you mid-throw.
Seeing what Crow's done, I assist with another goblin.
What?
Alright.
And Bunk just sits there laughing at the stupidity that's entailing.
Can I get you, Luther, to make a strength saving throw, please?
Oh, God. 13.
13. You manage to push the bugbear body off you and step to the side right as another goblin body comes crashing down the chute and lands on top of the bugbear.
Contests are fun. We should do them more often.
Yeah.
And then after that body, another body falls in on top, and another body. To which there are now 4 goblins and a bugbear all smashed and piled up in the corner there.
Are you okay down there, Dro man?
I throw my knife at someone, just randomly throwing at it to see if it'll hit anyone.
You're throwing it back up the chute.
Yeah.
Make a attack roll with disadvantage.
This one was a 19 plus 5, so that's a 24. 8.
8.
5. Yeah.
What's your armor class, Crow?
14.
14. You just see this dagger just fly up the chute in response to your question. It narrowly misses you.
Can I pick up the knife?
Crow was going to pick it up and say, "Hey, I think you threw this the wrong way. I'll hold it for you."
I was
I thought you were going to go, yeah, have knife back.
I was going to pick it up and go throw it in the water.
No.
You can add a dagger to your inventory, and also, Luther, remove a dagger from your inventory.
Yeah, done.
Awesome.
Oh. I start to, I talk to I ask the other guys, which direction do we want to go out? Do we want to go out to the wolves, or do we want to walk back around?
I'm going to go wolves. I'm going to go slide down the chute.
You're sliding down the chute and find a cushy pile of bodies to land on. And you greet Luther at the bottom.
Hi.
The wolves at this point
Hello there.
don't seem aggressive. They're barking at you, but they're not that. It's not that ferocious sort of bark. They seem fat and content.
I'm going to handle animal on him.
Yep.
To try to just, let him go.
You gotta move your character.
So you want to release them. So they are chained to a single iron rod, which is behind them. All 3 of them have a chain.
Okay, so I'm just going to roll.
So do you want to free that chain?
Yeah, I want to free them, but I also don't want to get bitten.
Okay, so you want to make an animal handling to make sure they're calm first. So I'll get you to make an animal handling check.
16.
16. You walk up to the animals, and you are able to sort of, do those little twitches and a couple of little growls or whatnot. And the dogs seem to listen, and any aggression that they have seems to back off. You're now able to walk up to the dogs, sort of give them a bit of a gentle pat and reassure them that you mean them no harm. And you now have free access to the iron pole.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Alright. Cast the spell.
Yep.
Yep.
Why? Briark. Woof.
Bork, bork, bork.
And you just, what you say, funny man?
So I'm gonna say to the wolves, they are wolves, aren't they? Or are they dogs?
They are
Sorry.
wolves. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say to the wolves, on you go, be free. Did they treat you badly?
Oh, we treated very badly, but you see, we cannot leave. And he looks at the chain.
I'll remove the chain, or try to.
All right, so you can see that the iron stake just sort of goes straight through the ground, and each of the chains has quite a large sort of loop, which has sort of just been pulled over and just dropped down the chain. So you're actually able to pick up all three and sort of drop them on the ground.
Can I try to remove it from the necks?
Yes. It is sort of chained directly to the collar. You would need, and the collar seems to be clasped around the chain as well. You'd need to sort of cut it free. So just a leather collar.
Oh, okay. I'll just cut it free.
Okay. So you cut each of them free. The wolf sort of steps back and.
I'm going to ask them. Are they from this area?
Hey, yeah, we're from the forest. Thank you. And the wolves just sort of pick up and they sort of step back, sort of eyeing you wearily, but then all three of them sort of take off out of the entrance.
Bye, doggies.
Luther, watching at a maze, just throws his hands up in the air out of just belief and annoyance and just walks.
Crow's going to come sliding down the chute as well, and going to say, maybe we ask Shopman about Black Spider.
Tiny little monkey walks up and lands in like the pile of bodies.
Yeah.
And like, ah! As it comes down, because compared to you guys, it's a massive clip to me. Oh, but yeah.
Yeah, nice. All right. So, what sort of? So when you said short man, who are you referring to? Sorry, Crew.
Shopman.
No, I said let's go the shop.
Shop man. Okay, sorry.
He sent us to go look for the headless horse dudes, and now we're going back to ask them about Black Spider and the castle to the north.
Do we know where the castle to the north is? Or
Yeah, to the north.
But I mean, like,
the
do we have
instructions that you were given was roughly 20 miles, I think, to the.
Hey, Badger.
To the north. Yeah, what's up?
To north, friend.
Please don't take me to Isengard.
Come along, young hobbit.
I'm not a hobbit.
So, you know that it's about 20 miles northeast of the hideout, roughly.
Do I know the area well enough to know, like, can I roll knowledge on that? To see if I know it already? If it's a building that's...
Make a survival check for me.
18.
18? Oh, you've heard stories of a castle being somewhere within the edges of Neverwinter Wood, but the 20 miles northeast, like, you reckon you might have a good idea about where to find it, but its exact location eludes you.
Crow got extra wound from Droman. Want to rest it off.
Okay. So, do each of you want to go back to town now?
Yeah, I've already gone back to town.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm keen for going back to town to rest up and all that jazz.
Spend my silver.
I jump up and pat Crow on the ass and say, "Good job, buddy. Good idea."
All right.
Did you have to have a run up to do that?
Yeah. No, it don't. Like, I have a pretty good jump skill.
By the way, I just want to point out, I effing hate Roll20's file upload system. I friggin' hate it. It just never works. I was trying to upload the player version of this map, and I left it sit for ages. It wouldn't take it. So
That's okay.
anyway,
Now you have to make up a whole story about the Shrine of Luck for us.
yeah, I can do that.
And the sleeping giant and the Harbin Wester's home and woodwork.
Did you guys have a token for here?
No, I think we were just talking and
worries.
saying where we were going, so we're not actually navigating the city too much.
No. I think we've been to the inn. That's it.
All right, who wants to be the token of the party?
Definitely not Luther.
I'll do it.
Bunk.
What are we doing?
Just where we go is like they're using meat. Whoa!
Painter, you're huge.
It's the biggest I've ever been.
Oh my god, I saw a puppy. Show me your puppy.
Oh, it's so fluffy and I want to touch it. High five it and give it cuddles.
Why do you always have that look like, really? Like you look at someone's like, really?
Who, me or the puppy?
So are we going to go talk to the shopkeeper then rest, or do you want to rest first?
I think. Well, what time is it that we are returning back to town?
You'd be coming back to town in the evening.
Okay.
I think he'll be closed, so I say just rest up.
I think we have to walk past it, so I think it'd be worthwhile just looking in to see if he's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty cool. We can look through the window to see if he's in.
Okay, so it is around 7:30 in the evening. There's a few townspeople sort of wandering around the town, but it does seem to be very scarce. You see a couple of torches and people on horseback and just sort of gently moving around, but there isn't a lot of activity. When you get to Barthen's Provisions, now each of you have control of that token now, so you can move it to where you want to go to. But yeah, so you get to Barthen's Provisions, and you have a look in, and the shop does appear to be dark.
I look at everybody. I'm like, it doesn't look like he's in. Do you want to knock, or do you want to just go over to the inn and rest until the morning?
Crow wants to knock.
Well, you can be our official knocker, Crow. Off you go.
All right. Crow will stand up at the door, and then with the toe of his boot, will knock.
No worries.
Please
What are
make
you
it
doing
drop.
You give the door a good kick, and sort of rattles the walls a little bit. You wait a moment, but there doesn't seem to be any response or any movement inside.
Okay, we come to borrow. Time to drink.
Time to drink. Oh, yeah. So I guess we go over to the inn now. Does anybody else want to check anything else out, or we go straight to the inn?
I need to go to the
Go to the
inn.
inn.
So I'm trying to stay away from the inn as long as possible because
I know.
Milky needs to go to the inn.
I am quite low on the healthy side.
Can we end Milky?
Wow, rude.
Says the guy that's still down.
Hey, you don't know that. Your character doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop metagaming. So we go to the inn.
Okay.
But I can hold a grudge against you stabbing Crow.
Yeah, I'm pretty annoyed with that. But shit happens. Crow's fine. He's
Fingers
scary,
slipped.
big and tough.
He touched me.
All right.
There's more where that came from.
You asked for a solid meeting.
Yeeting. All right, it's the inn time. I walk up to the bartender and ask for his smallest ale.
All right. So you head back into the inn, and Toblin, the young human who's the inn owner, is behind the bar. And yeah, you walk in, and he hands you a small ale. And so, do you want a gallon or a mug? So you want a mug. A mug.
Yeah,
So yeah, he asks 4 copper pieces, please.
done. I give him the 4 copper pieces.
No worries. You have a mug of ale.
Oh yeah.
Where's Crom?
Hey.
Who?
Who's
Com. Oh, what is it?
Crow.
Crow. Sorry.
Correct.
Hello.
Everyone's in the inn. You sort of walked up. I presume the remaining 4 of you guys are just sort of standing behind Bunk at the bar.
Crow's gonna approach the bar and say, "Hey, barkeep, me 1 gallon of ale."
Yes. All
Drink.
right.
I quickly butt in, put my hand over, put down whatever gold or coins needed, and just put out 2 fingers.
So what are you doing? Are you trying to pay for everything?
Yeah, I'm paying for you.
Oh, okay.
All right. So the gallon or the mug?
Crow's gonna have a gallon.
A gallon.
Yeah,
you get
two gallons.
this huge sort of stein gets sort of slammed onto the table, and you just see him sort of start just pouring into it. And when you say, hold up 2, you see Toblin goes, oh, okay. And as he's pouring, he reaches under the bar with his other hand, puts up another one, fills up both of them. Says, that'll be 4 silver, please.
I give him 4 silver.
Dark man got it.
I look questioningly at the silver.
I was waiting for somebody.
Meanwhile, Crow's gonna ask the barkeep, hey barkeep, have you heard of Black Spider?
Aside from the one up there on the roof, he points and you see this large little black spider. Is that what you mean?
If that is Black Spider, I need to question Black Spider.
Oh, be my guest. Look, if you have a disagreement, feel free to smush it. It's
Smush it.
Crow walk up to Black Spider and very loudly, to the point where the whole of the bar could hear, he goes, Black Spider, where is castle? Where is castle to northeast? Tell me, where is your castle?
It's this half orc that just walks into the middle of the bar and starts shouting at this spider. The whole place just goes deathly silent. You hear a few cutters of cutlery and sort of hit plates. A couple of mugs hit the ground. Everybody's head turns towards Crow. Like, what? And you start just screaming at this spider. And the spider just sort of sits there and just sort of wiggles a little bit away. Maybe a couple of centimeters. Sorry.
I'm just going to walk up to Crow while he's doing that. Just gently touch him on the shoulder in a reassuring way and say, I think it's the wrong black spider. And just sort of guide him back towards the bar.
Are you lying to me? Is that Black Spider, man? He's been controlling the goblins.
Toblin is just sort of sitting there like, what? Like, this expression on his face is like, what the hell just happened?
Crow killed many goblins today. One cried out for Black Spider in a castle to northeast. You told me that was Black Spider.
Bunk tries to calm Crow down and looks at Toblin and says, we're talking about the castle to the north, the black castle to the north. Forgive him. He's aggressive.
That's no worries. Look, you got to be careful in here. You can't just walk around screaming about spiders and castles. You scare some of the younger folk, including my son. You just see this young boy just sort of, staring up at Crow. He's only got sort of big eyes. Doesn't know whether to smile or frown or to be horrified of what he's just sort of seen. He said, please, just keep things sane. No, I am not the Black Spider. There's nobody else here, aside from that. And he goes, Talina, come here. And you see this woman sort of come across. She goes, look. And he sort of does just whispers a little bit. Talina just sort of, like, big sigh. And she walks up. She grabs a broom handle, gets a chair, and then just goes, whack, and just swooshes the spider and sort of cleans the top of the broom and gets back down, puts it back. She goes, that's what we do to black spiders. Then walks back in. And Toblin says, now, I think this is enough about the black spiders. Now, if you would like some food or some more ale or a room, I'm happy to help. If not, please stop scaring my patrons.
So he doesn't answer anything about the castle?
He said before he doesn't know anything about black spiders or castles.
Okay.
Crow says, crow-like lady dealing with spider. That's good mentality.
That is my wife.
Take a room, please.
You stay away from her. A room? Yes, I can give you a room.
That was not meant in a loving way. It was more like an admiration.
Yeah, but Toblin is just like, you are off your rockers and you are staying away from her. Like, this is more a protective, no, you don't go near her.
I apologize many times. Bunk apologizes many times to the barkeep, and says that we'll take I'll take a room too. I'm not sure about everybody else, but I do apologize for Crow. He's very strong.
Okay, well, he says, I have 4 rooms available tonight. So
there's 5 of us.
2 of you will have to bunk in the same room.
Bunk.
I'll sleep outside.
So yes, all right.
Did you just make a joke about my character's name, Crow?
Crow always quick.
All right, so it's 1 silver each per room. So I get each of you to hand that over, except for Astius. And Astius, you can go out and find a space outside.
Suitable, secluded location.
I poke Luther and say, "Hey, Droman, you have the money, right?"
I just look at him and just look back to my drink.
Okay. Crow's going to pay 1 silver then.
Continues to glare suspiciously.
Now since I've got a room, I ask to get food and stuff for the bunk, and I ask anybody else if they want food while they're there.
So,
By the way, if it wasn't clear, the objective of Crow, without realizing it, was to alert that we're looking for information about a castle.
Yeah.
You get approached by anyone, or
No, you just got weird stares.
okay. There was nothing that we could see that indicates that someone might know something about the things I was yelling about.
Can I investigate the room for that?
I get, if you're each looking for a reaction of that sort, I'll get each of you who are looking for that to make a perception check.
I honestly wasn't. I'm just like, the crap is he doing?
Yeah.
Why? Why? God, why?
10.
10?
I got 4.
4. You have a look, but all you could see is just bewildered stares. There wasn't anything or anybody sort of abruptly get up and leave or anything like that that might give the impression that one of these people sort of knew of this particular character.
Did anyone get up and just leave?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Not
Well,
that you
Crow's
saw.
going to take his very full gallon up to the room that he's just paid for.
No worries. In terms of meals, if you're wanting a meal, Toplin sort of hands out and says, yeah, we're serving roast beef tonight with some roasted potatoes and vegetables. If you're wanting a good healthy serve, it'll cost you 3 silver. Otherwise, if you just want a small share, it'll cost you 6 copper.
I'll just grab a small share. I'm a tiny little character.
I'll just take one of my good berries.
I'm already full on good berries. I think I've eaten like 6 of them so far.
I think everyone's had a good berry at this point.
I've had 1. No, I've had 2, isn't it? Because when I got knocked out, like you gently massaged one down my throat, and
That's
I
right.
kind of didn't.
You had one gently put in your throat.
Yeah.
It was Luther that had it crammed down his gullet.
Cranberries.
That's good. I like that one. All right. So,
do I have to roll if I want to scull my drink?
Constitution save.
I'll leave that up for you to try and for me to tell you if you do or not.
I'll
You
try and
can
scull mine.
scull it. Like, you can actively do that. Whether or not the alcohol has an effect on you, that's up to me, I suppose.
Well, I scull the whole gallon of alcohol.
It's only 3 liters or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not much at all.
It's a lot. Midway, I'll get you to make a Constitution save.
I drink my mug, by the way, and go sit at a table and.
That's a gallon for you.
Yeah, I drink it. I don't freaking. I don't scull it. I drink it.
21.
21. You smash through half of this easily. You get to the end. You are now quite full of liquid. You have quite a couple of admirers here, sort of like, oh my god, did you see that guy? But I'll get you to make a second Constitution saving throw. Four. So you finish this, sort of wipe your lips, sort of smile, and bam, yeah, that's me. And every couple of people, it's like, oh yeah, next thing, it just comes back up. And you sort of catch a little bit of it and sort of gulp it down. But a little bit sort of escapes your lips a little bit and sort of trickles down. A few people are like, oh, like looking at you. However, you stop yourself from vomiting, but you are drunk. Like, it's starting to hit you and you can seep in. You can feel all of your senses starting to lag. And and you're getting that swaying. And the room is now starting to tip.
And I just shout out loud. So this is what it feels like to be a barbarian. And I give him whatever money I need for a room and and I roll my way up.
Yeah.
As he walks off, I call him weak.
I throw my dagger at Bunk.
Make an attack roll with disadvantage.
First one was 23. Second is
I'm just gone by this point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm well in my room at this point as well.
Yeah, you are. It's just me, Sham, and Milky down at the bar, if Sham's still there.
What was the second roll?
10.
10. You let this dagger go, but it goes wide, so it sticks into the room. The sound of it smacking into the wall, you have attracted Toblin's attention. And like, hey, there's no violence here in this bar whatsoever. And you hear a chair just scrape back as quite a fit-looking human stands up and says, hey, I think you had enough.
I look to the other guys like, get my knife.
I pick up the knife and put it in my pocket.
Alright, you loot the dagger. It's
Yeah.
inside the wall near you.
And I say, you can have this back when you're sober. Literally acting like an adult.
Now, just to remind you guys, all the rooms for rent are upstairs, and there is a stairway, at the ground floor that's quite obvious, that leads the way up there.
For a room?
Hey, your room is upstairs.
Yeah. How much is I haven't paid for it yet?
One silver.
I throw the 1 silver on the ground and try and make my way.
I get off my chair, politely pick up the silver and put it on the bar, and apologize again.
You get a thank you from Toblin. He sort of takes the coin, and he is trying to think of the genuine. I had generous stuck in my head. Like, no, that's not it. He's genuine in his thanks to you, but he is just watching Luther without taking his eyes off.
I see the discomfort in his eyes, essentially, and I'm like, don't worry, they'll all calm down. We've had a long day.
So, Luther, you manage to stumble up the stairs, and you get to your room, and you very clumsily fall on the bed and pass out without even pulling the covers over you. Everyone else, are you just calling it a night?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll go upstairs and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. The night is pretty cold tonight, though it doesn't rain and it's not uncomfortable for Astius. The morning comes. You'll wake up. Luther, you somehow shrugged off a hangover, and you feel relatively refreshed for how much you drank the night before. Crow, you're just fine.
Crow's like, yeah, whatever, mate.
So everyone, I'll get you all to complete a long rest. Anybody who has spells to prepare, now is the time that you can swap the spells that you can use. So give that a go. Bunk, if you haven't added your new spells to your spell book, add them now.
I only get one, isn't it?
You get 2 new spells for free every time you level up.
Okay, cool.
But you can only prepare 1 more spell.
Yeah. And they're only first level spells. Yeah.
Yep. So, Alazar, with your spells, so if you go to your character sheet, if you haven't already, click on spells, then click on manage spells. Then with the tab that appears from the right, if you click on prepared spells, known spells, it'll actually tell you how many spells that you can have prepared, so you can actually pick another one. And I haven't looked into what clerics can do with their spells. I'm not sure if they just know them all and just swap between them like a druid. But yeah, if there's a particular spell...
I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Yeah, so if you don't like a spell, feel free to... I think to swap it out for any other ones.
So are we all together down on the inn, or?
Yeah, I'd say everybody sort of rises, and within 30 minutes, you're all down at the ground floor together. Unless anybody's saying that they've got something else. The only one who's absent is Astius, who is still outside.
I'll just wake up and make my way over to the inn.
Okay, so you walk in the front door and join everybody else.
I get down and sit at the bar and realize I feel a bit lighter, and pat around as like I'm missing my daggers, and I look to the group and say, "Dagger, have you seen my daggers?"
Oh, Crow, have one of your daggers. You threw it to me yesterday to keep.
I look at Luther and I'm like, "Are you gonna throw this at me again?" And I flick it over and like hand him the handle.
But I look further down in disgust. I feel ashamed. Because my personal trait is, I'm always calm no matter what the situation. I never raise my voice or my emotions control.
Yep.
So I feel quite sad.
Now, as you're sort of standing there, Toblin notices everybody comes down from upstairs, and he notices you in particular, Luther. And he does call you out, and he says, "Hey, if I get any more nonsense like that last night, you will not be welcome here anymore. No violence in this tavern." Am I clear?
I look towards the innkeeper and bow to it.
All right. It's good. All right. I'll forget what happened last night, and we'll move forward. And with that, he turns away and goes back to sort of managing some things behind
feels
the
like
bar.
a breakup.
Crow's going to present the dagger to Luther as well and say, you stab good with dagger, but you stab wrong person. You stab the people Crow point out next time.
Do as you're told, tiny human.
I grab the dagger from Crow, inspect it, give it a good old flickety flick into my, and just give him a nod.
Cool. All right. The day is yours. What do you do?
Can I ask a question first?
Of course.
How long does the Find Familiar spell? The Familiar last from Find Familiar.
Until he's dispelled. He's a permanent thing.
Cool. I start casting the ritual for Find Familiar.
You need 10 gold worth of incense. It is so you would need to source those materials.
Okay. Well, I start shopping around and trying to find incense.
To Barthen, maybe he has incense and answers for Geldrin.
Okay. We go
And
off
wax fire.
to Barthen's provisions.
Okay, so as you leave the shop, Astius, you notice across the road something familiar, and that is the symbol of a lion over a shield. It is the emblem of the shop, with the words "Lion Shield Costa" in front of it.
I tell the guys to go on ahead.
Okay.
Does anyone not go ahead?
When you say go ahead, you mean go into the store? Or?
Into just to keep walking.
Okay, yeah.
So I think the group, everyone was sort of heading towards Barden's provisions, but yeah, across the road to the southwest, you can see the Lion Shield Costa.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm just going to split off from the group unless anyone wants to follow me.
I'll go with the group.
Yeah, Crow was already hell-bent on trying to talk to Barthen more.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with Crow.
Okay. So Astius, you head down towards the Costa, and everyone else, you get to Barthen's provision. So we'll come back to you, Astius. So you knock on the... Oh, you don't need to knock on the door. Shop is open, and you can see... I know Barthen is his surname. You can see Elmer behind the counter, just sort of neatly setting up for the morning and getting the shop ready.
Oh, so Barthen is his surname.
Correct.
Elmer.
Okay.
Okay.
As you all push your way in, you can see a young human sort of tending to the shelves. He's got a basket. You can see him restocking some shelves with some flour and some other food stocks.
I look at Crow and say, do not ask about the spider yet. Just be patient.
Oh, okay.
I walk up to Elna and I ask if he has any incense, stuff like that, and ask anybody else if they anybody else needs anything.
Elmer greets you. Goes, yes, we do have some incense. They're just past that second aisle, just down there, about halfway through on the right. And you walk your way down, and you find a whole heap of different incense. You find one of the ones, or the particular type that you need for this spell, and you pick up. I presume, are you just getting 10 gold's worth, or are you getting more? Yep. So you go about 10 gold's worth, and you head back to Elmer, and you make the transaction. So add 10 gold's worth of incense to your inventory. So the way that I do this on my wizard is you go to equipment, and then you go to other possessions, and then I type this particular one in. I just got a section at the bottom of that for all my materials, and then remove 10 gold from your inventory. And Elmer looks around and goes, can I help each of you?
Hello, hello, shopman. Remember me?
Hello, Mighty Crow, who delivered the supplies.
Yes, and found Headless Horse as requested. But there were little goblin men.
Oh, yes. Did you find Gundren?
No.
Silda? No?
No,
okay.
I found weak bodyguard. He was dead.
He died.
Yeah.
Which one?
Some dwarf. He was trying to take on 9 goblins at once, and the only person to take on 9 goblins at once was Crow.
You defeated them, did you?
Yes. They said Gundren was taken northeast to Tower of Black Spider.
That sounds like a horrible place, but I don't know anything about that.
Do you have any black spiders I can question?
No. We keep this store pretty clean of spiders. We don't want them in the produce. People tend not to buy stuff with spiders in it.
Do you know anyone that might be able to tell me about Tower?
Not that I can think of. Perhaps the other Rockseeker brothers, like they were out camping somewhere outside of town. I don't know where, but they've been gone a 10-day by now. They should be due to come back and resupply at some point. But I honestly don't know. You could perhaps ask some people in the tavern. Some of the locals that sort of gather there in the evenings. They might have an idea.
I asked tavern and local black spider, and no answer.
Okay.
But Rockseeker brothers, who are they?
The Gundren's brothers. They were already here. Setting things up, but I haven't seen them for quite some time.
Bunk into Jackson. He's like, she's like, hello. Do you know what direction they went off in? And is there any indication or a map that you can either sell us or give us to hopefully help find their location?
Sorry, I don't have any of those supplies here. I've only just got general provisions and food. I don't have any sort of maps or anything.
Anyone that can make that kind of stuff or has that stuff that we can purchase?
Not in town, I don't believe. The town's pretty new. It's only sort of been reset up over the last couple of years, so people with those skills haven't quite made it here just yet. It's mostly just miners and, well, there's the inn and a couple of shops, and that's really it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, well, if If you hear or see Black Spider, you come to Crow first.
Yeah, no worries. Sorry, just 2 seconds. Just let me check something.
Fixated on this Black Spider, Crow. You're going to scare people.
He was told. Gundren was taken by Black Spider orders to the castle. He's getting to the bottom of this Black Spider.
He's fixated. He's ready to go. At this point,
racist.
At this point, my bunk also goes. Has anyone seen Astius? Do you know where he's gone to?
I just shrug my shoulders.
Crow just sort of looks around and shrugs.
Is Shem even there?
He hasn't said anything for a while.
I don't think his mic's working.
Yeah, he's muted. I see the green light go on, but I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah.
Poor Sham's probably been trying to do stuff.
Yeah.
Talk over the top of you.
Sorry, Sham.
Yeah, I just don't want to give him a text and see. There's something in the player chat. Someone wants to check that.
I've never heard of a mute cleric before.
Hello?
There we go.
There we go.
I've been trying to talk for like the past 20 minutes.
We have not heard a word.
I've been inputting here and there, and everyone's just ignoring me. I'm like, oh, fuck you guys then.
It was not deliberate. I'm sorry. Did you restart your computer again?
No, I've been listening in the whole time. And I have been talking and everything.
Is there anything you wish to add or wish to do?
But nah, fuck it, let's just leave. Sick of this shit.
Yeah, I'm pissed off cleric now. That's something I want to watch.
Fucking incense, black spiders doing wrong things.
The lawfully good clerics chilling out. Like, I don't sweat. Nailed it.
Lawfully neutral, and that's you can swear.
Oh my god. Alright, so Astius, down at the Costa. You make your way down, and you can actually see that the entrance to the building is actually on the rear. So you head around to there. The store is open, and you push your way in. Now, as you walk in, you see immediately that this store is filled with foodstuffs. Fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, almost any type that you can think of is laid out in neat little boxes and such for anybody to sort of come in and purchase. As you walk in, you can see a human female, relatively young. You make a guess, between 30 and 40 years old. And she's got sort of long brown hair, which is sort of tied neatly into a ponytail behind her. She sees you walk in. She goes, "Oh, greetings. How can I help? Do you need any help today?"
Hi. Just out of curiosity, you guys haven't lost a shipment of anything lately? Some supplies in Australia?
She says, yes, I have. We have lost many shipments. I don't know why, but our shipments seem to be plagued by getting raided by bandits. This is the third one this month that we've lost. Please tell me you know about any of this. You do? Well, please share.
I might know something.
You might know something. Okay. Well, I'd be very grateful if I could hear about it.
Well, I believe what's been happening is that they've been attacked by goblins. And they continue to raid quite a bit. It's not just your supplies that have gone.
Oh, okay. Well, that sort of makes me feel a little bit better that it's not just mine. But look, I'm happy to pay to know where it is. I can fetch. I'll send one of my store clerks to go and fetch it, if you can tell me where it is.
Okay. But be careful, because there's still many goblins and other things around there as well.
Okay.
Me and my group are happy to go ahead for a little bit extra and clear them out for you.
Oh, look, I was happy to pay about 50 gold for just the location, but if you can go and bring them back, I'll put another 15 gold into it for you.
I
Disabling
nudge
the trouble.
Crow with my shoulder, and
He's not there.
You
Yeah,
guys
okay.
are not there. This is just Astius.
Oh, okay. All right.
You guys are all up at the Barthen's Provisions.
All right.
We're exiting and probably heading towards the square to try and find Astius because he was sleeping outside.
Oh no, he was with us, and
He was with you.
I just moved off from you guys.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Good. Okay. Well, yeah. If you can return it, there's 65 gold here waiting for you.
I will need something up front to purchase some supplies for the trip.
Look, sorry, I don't have anything that I can sort of give up front. With the loss of my provisions, the store is... Look, we're not doing that well. We desperately need to have those supplies back. And look,
What are the supplies ransacked?
make a history check.
You're not there.
I'm not there, but I'm asking a general question. Sorry to interrupt.
That's all right. Well, if you want, make a history check.
17.
17. Now, Astius would know as well, because you've all sort of looked. So this is more of a group check for everybody. The supplies were still boxed. They were not opened. They were just sort of stacked up in that corner of that, or down the southern wall. And there was quite a lot of it.
Hey, but she was going to give me the 50 gold out of character. She was going to give me the 50 gold just for knowing the location. So she's got the gold.
It was, but you've now renegotiated, so 65 gold, you can have it. I don't want to give 50 gold to you and then have you walk away. If you're going to get it, bring it back. Do what you said.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you where it is for 50. If we don't return in a few days, that's where it is. 15 for returning it.
Look, I'll give you 15 now, and you can return it and bring the 50 back. How about that? If not,
Sounds good.
Yep. Okay. And she reaches under the counter, and you see her count 1, 2, 3, 4, 15, puts it in a neat little stack, and pushes it forward on the counter.
I'll grab that and chuck it in my coin purse. And I will also ask about a castle to the north, if she knows anything about it.
Look, there's a lot of things to the north. The Neverwinter Wood carries many secrets. I don't know of any particular castle, I'm sorry. And that is true. I don't know of anything.
Okay. Thank you for your time, and I'll head to walk out.
No worries. So as you walk out, 3 sort of human male characters all walk in the store, and they just shove straight past you and push you back. As they walk in, they say, "Lenine, time to pay." And Lenine's just like, "Oh, whatever." And you can see it grumbling. She's like, "I've already paid this week." Goes, "No. Price has gone up a little bit. There's new people in town." She's like, "Oh, you guys are a bunch of pricks." And she hands it, pulls out like a coin pouch, puts it on the table, and the guy sort of snatches it up. He goes, yeah, I knew that you would come to our terms. As he goes to walk away, he looks at you, sort of staring at him, and goes, "What's up, pup? Come to bark at me?" And he sort of shoves you as he goes to walk past. Again.
Okay, I let them walk past and say, "You're damn right I am." Cast Wild Shape.
You transform, and the 3 go, "Ah, look, this guy's got a little bite in him."
Also, can I talk in Wild Shape out of curiosity?
No.
Okay, this is more fun then.
Can we possibly hear him barking at this point?
I'm going to say no. You guys are a good deal across the other side of town.
So are we moving back to... Well, you said we were moving back to the square.
Yep.
Like, can we at some point, since we're around, say...
At this time, because both...
If we see one fly through a door...
Now, I'll point on the map where the entrance to this place is, and that is actually on the rear. So, a little bit harder to see. Now, I know that this interaction is happening after yours, but think of them as happening at the same time.
At the same time.
Because you guys have gone to Barthen's, you've done a bit of shopping and had a bit of a chat. Crow's interrogated. Okay. And So this happened around the same. So I'd probably say that you guys are leaving Barthen's at about the same time as these guys have entered in the store, collected this tax, and then walked out.
So we're more around there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Okay.
So the first thing I'm going to do is
Now,
howl.
you're just going to howl loudly. All right.
Yes, and then growl.
So you let off a huge howl, and then you growl at them. So I'll get you to make an intimidation check for me. Now, these guys look rough. They are armed, and they, do look quite tough. Okay.
Regret.
Regret sets in.
Yeah. So make an intimidation check.
I got 19.
19. As you howl, one of the guys takes a step back, and you sort of growl. And because you've turned into quite a lot, is it a wolf that you've turned into?
Yeah.
You got like large, vicious. You got the viscous liquid sort of dripping down from your teeth. And you just sort of growl, and they sort of take a step back, and they're cautious of you. But the leader just sort of sits there and goes, "He has got a bite. Come on, lads, leave him. It's not worth it." And they walk out the store.
How does a dog go?
Do you want to transform back before you hum, or?
Transforms out, goes, transforms back in.
Talks to the shopkeeper, wags tail.
I like that.
So they leave the shop, unless you're doing anything.
I'm going to sort of try to see where they go.
Okay. So you follow them out of the store, and they head out of the road and start heading towards the west. Oh, sorry, the east. Okay, my east and west freaking backwards a lot today. Yeah, they head along towards the east. They don't go back to the town square. They more head this way.
So would the rest of the party be around here at this point?
I'd say yes. So I'll get each of you to make a perception check.
12. 19.
19.
Unnatural 20.
Yep. So all you guys see is 3 red cloaked figures moving in the distance. At the distance that you're looking at, you can't really see that they're armed or aggressive. But you do all see 3 cloaked figures that all move towards the east and then disappear out of view behind the house, which is marked the Town Master's Hall.
Would we recognize Astius as a dog?
I'm going to say no, because he hasn't done this in front of you guys just yet. And Astius, at this point, you're just sort of standing underneath the entrance of the building and just sort of watching them go away, unless you're telling me you're doing anything else.
Look, I'm going to try to follow.
Okay. Can you make a stealth check with
sneakily.
disadvantage? Because I do know that you're there, and they'd be keeping an eye on you. Just because of your interaction from beforehand.
Yeah. Do I use the modifier? It's the same modifier anyway, doesn't matter.
While
15.
Hey?
Go. I was gonna say, while that's happening, I knock on one of the doors around and ask if anyone's seen Astius, or a description of his character.
Okay. You knock on the I'll say this one here.
Yep.
You knock on the door, and a middle-aged human male, sort of balding, greyish brown hair, answers the door, and you say, "Oh, yeah, have you seen Astius?" And he replies, he's like, "What? No, I haven't. Why are you bothering me?"
I apologize and then proceed to find another door to knock on and ask.
And he just steps back and just slams. Well, it doesn't slam, but just closes the door.
Yeah.
So you got to continue knocking on doors.
I'm just gonna knock on a door until like hopefully my character meets that lady.
Did Luther know about those hooded guys that walked out? Like the party saw them walking down the street, didn't they?
Yeah, make a history check. Now, sorry, before we keep going, did any of you guys pick a backstory that I had provided? I can't
Maybe.
remember.
I didn't.
Cool.
No, I don't have a backstory.
No.
So the other 3 people with me should go knock on doors and try and get information on where Mishi is while he's,
Sleuthing.
Yeah.
Got a 14 on history, Daddy.
14. This town you've known a little bit about before you've arrived. You know that this town is generally, because it's the town hundreds of years ago was ransacked by orcs, and the town has only recently, in the last 4 or 5 years, been rebuilt as civilization has come back to sort of reclaim this space in the hopes of prospecting gold and platinum. You know that because this town is so new, that the concept of law and order hasn't really made its way here. There's a lot of honest people working here, but there's also not a sort of a law enforcement that would be able to drive back anybody who would sort of take advantage of that. But in terms of who these people actually are, you don't know, but you would understand that it's possible for a group or a gang to easily exist out here. Now, knowing that information, I will say that at this point, you're not quite sure who these figures are and if they're good or if they're bad.
Well, knowing that they're hooded, Luther automatically thinks that they could be part of the underground, so he stealthily follows them.
Okay. So make a stealth check. Now, I'll just double check. I don't think that they're hooded. I think they're just cloaked. Oh, they got
Or
capes.
cloaked.
So
I honestly just want Crow to knock on someone's door and scare the shit out of them. Just
Knock on the door, but accidentally blow it over.
Yeah, just tap with his foot again, dunk dunk, and the door just flings open, and then you just hear a squeal or a scream of somebody in the building.
yeah, so they're wearing grimy red cloaks.
Oh, okay. Or just 3 guys walking like that pretty much keeps my attention, so yeah.
Yep.
14, 7, 21.
Okay. Yep. So you sort of just sort of skulk along the side of the building and sort of keeping away from the red brands. So now, Astis, did you make a stealth check for me?
Yeah, I did. I actually got 15.
15? Nice.
Even with disadvantage.
Yep. Good job. So you sort of continue along and you follow them. And they move along this path along here. And then as you move towards the top, or as they are about to move up, one of them turns over and looks over his shoulder and he catches sight of you. Now, both of you are sort of skulking and following along, and neither of each of you guys have noticed each other. However, one of the characters from the shop sort of looks over and so he says, "Oh," and you see the leader of the group sort of turn around and says, "Go home, dog. No need to be following us. You'll only get hurt." And they continue to walk and to follow, to walk away. But now their path changes and it heads north through these trees. And then they... do you continue following at this point?
I do.
Okay, Luther, you just continue. All right, so you both continue following. However, you've been sighted Astius, and they all enter this building here, which from the outside looks to be another inn. However, this one is not well kept. The windows are smashed, broken glass, and wooden palings are laying on the ground. And sorts of debris and such. There is a veranda sort of area at the front of the building, and there are 4 more of these characters wearing cloaks, sitting on old barrels at the front.
Yeah, I'm probably going to break off at that point and try to find our group.
Okay. So, Luther, you've seen all of this. At this point, you notice a dog sort of following, not following, but walking in the same direction of you, and then changes direction and heads towards the west.
Are the guys sitting on the barrels, do they look exactly the same or dressed the same as the guys?
They're dressed differently, but they all wear a very similar, dirty red cloak.
Can I do a history check to see if I know any groups that wear red cape?
Yeah, sure.
Puppy!
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
He's so sleepy.
You do not know of anybody who wears this group. At least from your travels before arriving to this town, you do not know of any groups that have this.
I unstealth and just walk up casually to the guys sitting on the back.
Yeah. By the way, sorry, I shouldn't have made you roll because I just realised that even with a nat 20, you sort of didn't succeed. So that's my bad.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, so you're heading back to the group. Sorry, Luther?
Then I walk towards the guys sitting on the barrels. I go out of stealth and just casually walk to them.
Okay.
And I speak in thieves.
Oh, God. What was I going to...
Thieves can't.
Yeah, in thieves chant.
Yeah, so what do you want to communicate with that?
I seek information about a castle and Black Spider.
Okay. So you approach one of the ruffians sort of standing on the veranda. There's a group of them. Now I'll narrate this just quickly. So the sleeping giant is a ramshackle tap room at the east of town. You see 4 human ruffians that are lingering on a covered porch, perched on empty ale barrels, and they're leaning against the back wall. They all wear the same grimy scarlet cloaks, and as you approach, their sullen stares immediately fix on you. And one of them spits on the ground. He snarls, "Hey, look, here's another one of these little pups that we've heard that's new in town. What do you want? You also come to bark at us like your friend?"
I, still in thieves chant, I seek no trouble, just information.
Yeah. So as you start to speak now, in Thieves Can't, so the way that the language works is that you talk about other things or whatever, but you secretly convey a message that takes 3 to 4 times as long to speak. So if you're not being direct, you just start speaking. And to these ruffians, at least to the first couple, you just seem to be rambling and being silly, and they quickly get agitated and stand up and tell you to piss off. One of the other ones, however, stands up. He calms the other 3 down. And he starts speaking in the same similar sort of ramble back at you. And you get the message, who's asking?
Just another thief and rogue like you guys trying to get by.
He responds with, well, just a thief would not be asking about that place, and we'll not be asking about the black spider.
Oh, so they know.
You don't know, Badger.
I know I don't know. I just said, oh, so they know.
All right. What
And
do you know of that place?
Follow you.
What was that, Badger?
And who's to say we didn't follow you as you just darted off? Like, you literally just walked off, and we could have been like, oh, let's go have a little adventure too.
That's all right. Well,
Just wondering.
because you guys didn't say that you follow, I'm going to say that he did walk off.
Oh, I know.
Anyway, what do you respond at all, Luther?
I respond back with, what do you know of that place?
Because you get a response back of, we don't just tell about that to some random person we met on the street, even if you know our tongue. So get lost.
What is it you want? Gold? I have gold for information.
And you see this guy suddenly stand up and say, well, looky here, guys. This guy doesn't seem to get the message. And I think we need to kick this dog. And they stand up and they don't reach for their weapons. They're sort of watching to see what you do. But they're getting there.
I hold up my hand and is like, wait, let me speak to your boss.
Nah, piss off.
Let me see your manager. My name is Karen.
I'll look at all three
4.
and just eyeing them down. And I just turn around and just walk the other way.
Okay. And
At this point, I've been throwing rocks at Crow.
And as you're sort of walking away, they're like, yeah, that's right. You do as you're told. And they sit back down.
I just keep walking.
All right. So at this point, Astius, you have entered the town square.
Yeah, I'm probably going to switch out of a dog form.
Okay. You transform.
Because, wolf in town is not good.
Crow sees a wolf and gets visibly excited. And he's like, oh, it's a doggy.
It's a doggy! I kind of get scared because I'm tiny. And I look like it's probably the same height as me.
It transforms back and Crow goes, oh, I wanted my own wolf. It's only you.
And as you transform, one of the kids that are sort of playing in the town square just sort of looks at you and goes, oh, that was a cool trick.
Turns out that's just
look,
fun.
Mom, look, he turned into a human from a dog. And,
We don't speak about that, love.
It's like, she's a bit iffy and sort of just grabs him and drags him away.
And she whispers, fucking furries.
So yeah, after you transform, a couple of minutes later, Luther also appears as well.
I asked Luther if he got up to any trouble throwing his knives at random people again.
I'm just going to look quizzically at you for saying that. Just raise one eyebrow.
Now, did I notice when Mishi turned back into a human form?
No.
Got it?
Hey, it would depend if Mishi did it before turning the corner.
I would have gone into the main square and then realised, probably not a good idea to be a wolf. So,
Yep.
Because obviously I noticed the dog who followed the other guys walked away. Do I notice?
At this point,
Mishi
I'd
was the
probably
dog?
say no, because Mishi left a good deal before you did.
And it takes a very long time to talk in Thieves' Camp.
It does.
And now I summon my familiar.
Well, I get to the group and pretty much say quietly, there's a group of gang, is a better word, called the Sleeping Giant around the corner. Now, I asked them questions about the castle and the Black Spider. And they asked me back, what do you want to know about it? And who's asking? So that gives me a bit of a clue on what they know about it.
I say that I followed him. I say, were they in red cloaks?
Yeah, with a puzzling face.
Yeah, I had a run in with them at the shop, at that shop I went to.
What they do?
Protection money.
Right.
Oh,
Well, they know stuff that we want to know. What would you guys like to do? I'd like to go in there and ask the boss some questions, but I can't do it alone.
Crow pipes up. Did they know about a black spider?
Sounds like they did.
We need to ask them about black spider.
before we go any further, Dottie, with that summon familiar thing, do I need to be near a brass brazier?
So, because those materials and such don't have anything like a gold or a monetary value attached to it, it's assumed that your character already has those particular materials prepared and that you have those. Now, in terms of game rules, depending on what you're using, you might have a component pouch. If you have a component pouch, then you have those specific bits and pieces. If you don't have a component pouch, you can actually substitute the components for a focus with your spell. So it depends on whichever you sort of picked. So some wizards might have a focus in the staff and cast all their magic out of their staff. Other people might have a component pouch and whip out the feathers and the sandalwood and all that sort of stuff. So it's up to you what sort of flavor you want to go for, if you even want to use a flavor at all. But it
just says it's consumed by fire in a brass brazier.
Yeah, so you'd have the brazier. Sort of.
Yeah, okay, cool.
It doesn't have to be big. It can be like just a little thing that's easy to travel with.
Cool, I have a little spider.
Cool. So what you do, so in the center of town, you sort of set out all your materials and you start to cast and begin the ritual. And it takes 10 minutes or so. You get quite a few onlookers as they sort of walk by in the day. Sort of like, oh, what's this person doing? And even like a little kid sort of sits and watches you begin to sort of channel and burn and manipulate the incense in whichever way that you do.
Yep.
After a little bit, the incense burns and poof, and you have summoned a small little black spider.
No, Crow. It's not.
Are you familiar with how the familiar spell works?
Oh yeah, it's essentially, it does its own little thing until I command it to do something.
Yeah. And so it's generally a bond between you and it.
Telepathically.
Yeah, you can telepathically talk to it. Now, I believe you can dismiss it into its own little pocket dimension for you to then retrieve it later on.
Yep.
In terms of, like, if you don't specifically tell me what it's doing, I'm going to presume it's just perched on you or you've dismissed it. Either way, it won't be sort of targetable by monsters and things. Excuse me. Yeah, so you now have a little black spider.
Sitting on my shoulder.
Now, you can change the form of your familiar, but you need to burn another 10 gold worth of incense to do so.
Yeah.
And likewise, if you ever get smooshed or takes damage and disappears, you've got to burn it to bring him back.
Yep.
Crow readies his axe.
For what?
How much else is it?
It's on my shoulder.
They
Where
generally
did
have
you
like
come from, Mr. Spider?
Spider, this is your issue.
I look at Crow and say, I just summoned it. Calm down. It's not the enemy.
Did you ask him about the castle?
You can ask him about the castle.
Where is the castle?
What? He's not going to reply to you. It's a spider. Calm down, Crow.
You better give me an answer soon or you go smush.
He goes, it's on my shoulder. Calm down.
Crow swings axe.
If he hits me with the axe, I'm dead.
Do you speak for little spider?
Yes, I speak for little spider.
Tell him I keep an eye on him.
Okay. Keeps an eye on you.
I'll ask Astius. So, where did you meet the cloaked men?
At the... do I even know the name of the shop?
Yeah, because
You recognize the crest. You recognize the crest, so you would have gone to the shop.
Yeah, no, but what I mean is, do I know the name of the shop?
yeah, it's written. So
Okay.
Lion Shield Costa.
At the Lion Shield Costa.
Should we ask shop lady about men first?
That would be wise.
Crow very smart. We check.
High fives, Crow. Oh yeah. Please don't make me attack him with a high five.
Please do.
I have to do a strength check to
Yeah.
strength back.
He needs to do a dexterity saving throw.
rolls a 1, just breaks my arm off.
Funny you say that. No. All right, Crow's gonna head towards the Lion Shield Costa.
I'm following.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah. I'm gonna somehow keep Crow and Luther under control.
Also, I just linked something in player chat. That is how the conversation went.
Love that one.
All right, so you're moving as a group, yes?
Yeah.
Yep. You all enter into the Lion Shield Costa, and the lady behind the counter recognizes you, Astius, and sees your entourage of friends now. As you walk in, she's like, "Oh, good, you weren't hurt." Everybody comes in. Can I help everybody?
Before we go on, Sham, have you been trying to talk? You've been very quiet. I don't want to have a repeat.
I'm fine. In the background going, just come on, let's keep going.
Yeah, okay. All right.
No, I'm fine, thank you. This is my group that I was telling you about, the ones who will help gather the supplies.
Mhm.
I just motioned to say.
Has he told us about this yet?
No.
So yeah, a couple of you guys are sort of sitting in the back, and it's like, what are we doing here? What's going on? I believe Crow and Bunk were asking about the emblem, so they have some idea about what's going on. But in terms of what actually happened here in the store before with Astius, the ruffians, and the store clerk, you're not sure.
Who were those people that came in here before?
She goes, those are the Red Brands, a gang that's sort of holed up at the Sleeping Giant. They've been causing a heap of trouble around town for a few months now. Pathetic town master Harbin is a fat old fool who hasn't done anything about it. So we're here to suffer the consequences. Look, if anything...
I didn't say to the... what's her name?
You ask what's her name?
Yeah.
No, excuse me, probably a bit rude. My name's Lenin.
Lenin.
Sorry,
Just say, what's the boss's name of the group?
Not sure. But they've been plaguing our town for some time, and look, it's about time somebody stood up, did something about it. There's lots of people sort of would be grateful to see them gone.
Yeah, that's me done.
I ask, are they strong? Is there many of them? Do you know much?
Oh, there's quite a few. I'm not sure exactly how many, but look, if you're willing to get rid of them, I could potentially be of assistance.
How?
And, how?
Explain.
How? Well, now, there's certain types of people that I don't do business with, just to be clear. This Costa, this fruit and veg, well, I've got a little bit of extra storage out the back that I can sell to adventurers and such, but I will not do anything of a like if I was to ever see those blades get turned up against the townspeople here. Now, and she looks to Luther, she goes, I heard that last night there was a dark-coloured elf who was throwing daggers around in the Stonehill Inn. Would I be correct?
I interrupt her, and that was just fun and games between friends. We did apologize, and we have sorted it out with the innkeeper.
Well, likewise, even if you did apologise and sort it out with the innkeeper, that was a flying dagger in a pretty public place, and I don't want to see anybody get hurt. So, for the moment, I'll show you my wares, but the weapons will not be for sale.
What if Flying Dagger went to Red Cloak?
Well, we can have another conversation later. Anyway, so If you want to follow me, I can show you what I have for stock. I'll have for sale. And she leads you into a small area out the back of the Costa. Now in here, you can see leather armor and all these sort of chainmail and such just dressed up on mannequins. Now, I do have to apologize because I haven't got a proper shop list, so I do need to quickly find that and figure out what she has for sale.
Things! She has things!
She has wares.
She has wares and things.
Could you
She
tell
occasionally
her-
gets a shipment in, occasionally sells things.
It's a thing! I'm interested in things!
Just pointy things.
Milky's character, Luther, sits there and goes, sharp things.
Crumbling in the
Things
corner.
to steal.
I can't buy them because I'm too busy throwing sharp things.
Yeah, you doodlehead.
I need to buy more sharp things so I can throw more sharp things.
See, I've heard that, like, I went out of my way to apologize and all that kind of stuff to calm things down. The tiny little gnome was trying to make things happy.
You started it.
No, I didn't. You threw the knife. I just said a joke.
Only
Okay.
weak.
You were drunk.
You
So,
were drunk.
on various mannequins, you can see leather and studded leather armor. You can also see hide armor. There's a chain shirt, and on a particularly decorated piece, there is a suit of breastplate. And you can also see that there is ring mail and chain mail for sale as well, in terms of all these armor stands. This particular room, it's largish, and it is decked with adventuring gear. So armor, weapons, and various trinkets and scruples for adventuring.
Can I roll to see if there's anything outstanding about his wares in the shop?
Yeah, go for it. Make a perception check.
Uh, 18 plus 2, so unnatural 20.
20. So here you have a look and you can see probably the most expensive thing, the most sort of attractive thing is this decorative piece of breastplate. It's quite shiny in terms of its chrome sort of polished finish, and has various inscriptions and sort of not so like written inscriptions like words, but this decorative lacing to the edges of the breastplate. In terms of weapons, you can see pretty much anything that you can think of is almost stored here or sold here. You can see crossbows, short bows, battle axes, great swords, warhammers, hand axes, plenty of javelins, a heap of arrows. And she has some other little bits and pieces as well, like bedrolls and backpacks, component pouches. There's even what looks to be a series of books, torches, whetstones, etc.
She sells trinkets, did you say?
Hey,
Did you say she sells trinkets and...
She doesn't sell anything to us.
oh, all five of you in there. She specifically said that she's not selling the weapons to you guys.
So trinkets and armor and all that is
Yep.
like up for grabs. Cool.
Yep.
Can I roll something to see if there's anything that catches my eye in the trinkets?
Is what sort of thing are you looking for?
Just anything that might boost my stats or anything.
If you're looking for like AC increasing, like that's effectively all the armor, which I've already sort of gone through. If you're looking for like a magic ring or something like that, which will boost your stats, will give you abilities, that is not for sale here. The bits and pieces that you can find in here, so sorry Sham if you're sort of still thinking, but like little bits and pieces like miner's picks, perfumes, oils, I got a flask of oil, locks, lanterns, Yeah, like think of the typical adventuring gear that someone might need to go out into the wilderness and survive a few nights.
Did you say there was hide armor there?
There is hide armor.
I might buy that. How much is that? I ask her how much is the hide armor.
The hide armor. She goes, it's a bit. The hide armor, 14 gold.
That's hilarious.
Why?
Out of character, that's hilarious.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, how convenient. The Mishi has a spare 15 gold.
Do they sell healing potions?
You have a look through the store, and with your check from earlier, no, you cannot see any healing potions.
What other leather armor is there for purchase?
So there is leather and studded leather armor. That's light armor. So you're looking for light, medium, or heavy. So, Astius, the hide armor is medium armor. So you need to be proficient to use that.
Yeah, druids are.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, you got leather and studded leather as your light armor options, Luther.
How much for the studded one?
Studded leather armor.
Yeah.
You inquire. She says, it's 60 gold.
Oof.
What? 60.
60 gold.
How much would she take for my set of leather armor that I've got on?
So you look over it and she goes, look, it's pretty worn. A couple of holes from a couple of weapon wounds. I could give you 3 gold for that. Need a bit of work to get it back up into a new condition.
Okay. Actually, this is out of character.
Yep.
Just to you, Darty. I'm not. What starting gold should we have had? What starting amount should we have
I
had?
think everyone should have started with around 10 gold.
Okay, right. Yeah, because I got 15 listed on mine, and that's what it started with. I haven't changed it since.
Yeah, you got given 15 by her before. Did you add that?
No, I haven't yet.
Yeah, so add that.
Because I was still deciding what to do with that.
Yeah, I'll add that into your inventory so you know that it's there, and then if you try and or do anything with that, you can remove it afterwards or whatnot.
Okay, but the starting amount of 15 is about right, is it?
Yeah, I think it's 10 for most characters. There might be some circumstance where it's 15.
Okay.
I say to the shopkeeper,
Yep.
Look, we're going to talk to this gang that's going around this town. More than likely, we're going to get rid of them. So I'll offer you 30 gold for that item, and we can call it even.
Yeah, no
that?
chance. Look, you might say you're going to do things. I don't know you. You've just walked into town.
Throwing daggers.
Yeah, throwing daggers. So 60 gold is my price, and I will not budge.
How many red cloaks will you trade for armor?
I'm not buying red cloaks. If you get rid of the red cloaks, I can make my weapons available for you.
Does Crow see any weapons that may appeal to him?
He sees another shiny great axe. It's in a little bit better condition than what yours is, but in terms of actual stats, it does exactly the same thing.
Okay. It's not a +1 great axe or anything.
No, there's no sort of +1s or anything sort of exceptionally crafted, at least here in view.
Okay.
Is the studded leather anything good for me?
So studded leather is light armor, and it offers 12 to your armor class plus your dexterity modifier.
Nice, pretty good.
And what's the hide?
the hide. So hide is 12. So it's got a little note here. So it says you can add your dexterity modifier to a maximum of +2.
That's fine.
To your
Yeah,
armor
that's
class when you
perfect.
wear that armor. So, yes. Oh, no, so studded is your dexterity modifier, your entire dexterity modifier to that.
And leather is what? 11?
Leather is 11.
And hide is 12.
And hide is 12, but leather is light armor and hide is medium armor.
Yeah.
So the difference being that light armor, you can add your entire dexterity modifier to your armor class, whereas medium armor, you're capped at 2.
Okay. I'll make the purchase.
Okay. So, yeah, if you want to remove 14 gold from your inventory and add one sort of hide armor. Now, if you're selling your leather armor, you can add 3 and then remove your leather. All right, Luther, have you changed your mind or?
Well, I've got about 134 copper, 121. How much do I need to convert to gold?
So in your inventory, it should actually say what your entire gold value is.
53. Okay, that's on top.
Luther,
I turn to Core, bro.
you need money to make purchase?
I hold up 10 fingers.
You shouldn't have stabbed me.
Look, I'm gonna hand out 3 gold pieces to each person.
Okay.
Yay!
And explain
Remove
that
15. Yep.
why I'm doing it.
Yep.
Oh no, so I'll remove 12 because I'm handing it out to there's 4
Yeah.
of them.
Sorry, I can't math.
Crow
Lenine,
offers his 3 to Luther. I can't give you 10, but take 3. And then we're even for stabbing.
How you just paid him gold and you're now even for stab? You paid him to stab you.
Crow's a little bit dumb. Don't worry.
We know.
No, let's use the correct term. He's gifted with strength.
He's challenged.
He's gifted with strength. That's it. And
Crow understands the benefit of having a well-kitted army around him, so he's gonna happily pass that 3 gold that you're gonna give over to Luther. And sorry, Daddy, interrupted.
You're right. That's fine. I was going to say that Lenine sees you handing out the gold to everybody, and she says, "Oh, just remember, if there's 50 more gold here if you can get my supplies back as you promised."
Yes.
I interject. I interrupt and go, wait, what?
No, I did tell you about the supplies.
You didn't tell us about this.
You didn't tell us about this.
Yeah, I think he did at the
I did.
the
He
Central Square.
mentioned supplies. He didn't mention
It was a
he accepted anything.
15 gold that I already got.
Okay. Well, I suggest to the group at this point that we go off and get the rest of the we get the supplies back because we know that it shouldn't be too difficult and it's
Correct.
easy 50 gold.
All right, so
I mean, she told us that we all get, well, not all of us, but 50 gold, and then we have to spread it towards each other.
Yeah, it's 50 gold.
We
It's
don't have to
10
do
gold a
that.
person.
yeah.
Yeah, all right.
So, all right. So, she overhears you sort of discussing, and she goes, "Oh, look, generally don't do this for people, but since you're doing me a favor that I've paid for, there's a horse and cart at the back that you'll be able to use to transport the goods."
Wait, hold on. What did you mean by paid for?
She's paid Astius
She's
to
paid.
go and fetch
I-
it.
But he hasn't told us this.
I abstracted that. I just said I explained it as I was giving
Oh, okay.
He gave us the 3 gold each from that.
Oh,
So
did
there
he?
you
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
go. Anyway, so if you want to go and collect the goods, I will say that it will take you the rest of the day to do so.
I'm not stressed. I don't really think there's too much of an issue with that.
Yeah.
I think the only one that we have to ask is Crow because he's really desperate to kill this fucking black spider.
And find a castle.
I've got concerns about that group getting a bit suspicious if we give them time to, because they know something's really up now.
Yeah, but if we go off and do another objective, they're not really going to give a shit because we're just going off to collect boxes.
Well,
I say to I can't remember her name, so I'm just going to say shopkeeper. I offer her a trade. You are a dealing business person, are you not?
I am.
I offer you a short bow plus 50 gold for that studded armor.
Why don't you give them the armor you already got?
I can throw that in as well.
Yes. With the armor that you already have, deal.
Done deal.
Alright, so swap it over.
Cool.
So remove the old one.
And the only reason I'm pushing to get it done is because after I've found out that she's already paid Mishi the money, I feel like, we kind of have to do it even though we didn't agree with it because she's already paid a deposit.
We could just leave.
no, but
Just never return to town.
as we already know, she has the information of where the supplies are. She's just offering us, and that was the original deal, right?
Yeah, 50 gold.
We're the first ones to bring it back. There's more money in it for us.
Yeah. And so she's paid the more money in advance. And sort of
But that's the thing. Originally, it was she'll pay. Oh, I don't know.
originally she was, but then
Yeah.
Astia started going, to and back with the deal, and she's like, "Yeah, okay, this guy's a bit shifty. No, you can get 15 gold instead of 50 now. And go do it."
And then I turned into a wolf.
Yeah.
Probably didn't help things.
It was a short bow as well, including the trade, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Plus 50 gold.
Well, what we could do is we could go get the supplies, come back, make a little night visit to these people.
Crow's thinking the same thing. If we don't encounter any troubles,
Perhaps even leave someone to watch over the place.
I'll stay. I'll be her little friend.
Crow is very apprehensive of splitting up.
It's Is it going to be that difficult though? We've killed everything in that thingy. Are they gonna in a day? Are they gonna reinforce the thingy? That's the area.
I don't know. Do they have daily patrols that they go check up on things?
They're goblins.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. They had guards.
They're organized enough to have guards. They could be organized enough to have patrols.
All right. Okay. Well, let's go get this. Is everyone cool with us going to get these supplies and coming back? Because 10 gold's a decent chunk of gold. I could use it to buy more incense. Just put it out there.
And create another black spider, which may cause Crow to slap you with an axe.
Whoa, I'm seeing double. 4 spiders.
4 spiders, 1 swing.
Bonk's head gone.
Except, isn't the spider's hit points half the wizard's one?
The familiar only has 1.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was half.
Some have 2 and some have 3, I think, but they're very, very fragile.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 3.5. Okay.
So
yes,
right.
And that's what I originally thought too, and then I reread the spell because
So you will take Linine's offer and take her cart. You head back to the goblin hideout, following the trail. With some difficulty, you're able to move the cart and the horse through the trail, but you get there. Then you load up the cart with all the supplies from the cave, and then you make your way back without any sort of issue or any sort of resistance to that. You drop off the supplies, and Linine hands Astius 50 gold in transaction.
I split it. We all get 10.
Cool. Now, it is evening. Linine had stayed up because of your promise to return that day, so she made sure that she was there there for you when you returned. It's now about 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Around that, give or take.
So at this point, we're going to go have a gander at this little place.
Crow wants to.
Can I, if we get close enough, you reckon I can send the spider in? Because that's 100 feet, I can telepathically control that at 100 feet, and it's dark, so they're not going to be able to really see it. It's a tiny
I can turn into a rat.
And you can do that as well, but I'm putting, that in harm's way, the spider, not you in harm's way, and it can tell me what's going on.
If they kill me, I turn into a person.
And they kill you.
Yeah, but then they kill you again because you're inside the building.
I'm a rat. Rats are everywhere.
So are spiders, apparently. There was one in the inn, and this one's torn down and rubbish.
They could have a very hungry cat in there. But no, the familiar is pretty OP in that sense that you can use it to go in, and then at the moment's sense of danger, you just go poof into your spectral realm or whatever it is. But anyway, Crow suggests that we go sculpt out the sleeping giant. Hey, it's an inn, right? I can go in and drink ale.
Or I can turn into a spider too.
2 spiders.
Yeah, I'm keen.
Too many black spiders. No information, not happy.
So you're all heading over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Cool. When you get there, you see that there is a couple of lanterns that are lit out the front. It's not incredibly well lit, but it's lit well enough for you guys to see things pretty clearly. You hear a bit of sort of shouting and such coming from the inside, general sort of drunken sort of shouts. And there is a single one of these cloaked characters sitting on one of the barrels at the front and smoking on something. When he sees you guys all approach, he sort of eyes you off and says, "Hey, scram, you're not welcome here."
Oh, hello, Mr. Cub. We want to drink ale.
No. Scram. This is for us only. This is our territory. You're not welcome.
I don't think you understand.
No, I understand plenty, and I think we're going to have a problem here. And he stands up and begins to reach for his weapon. He also kicks hard on the wall a couple of times.
Ooh, you have weapon too? Crow have big weapon.
Yeah, I got
and
it.
I drew my 2-handed axe.
All right. 3 more ruffians emerge from the building. Says, "Hey,
we're about to punch on.
We got a problem?"
Yes, your friend won't let us in to drink.
No, you're not to drink here. You got the stone house. Piss off to that.
No. See, I have an invitation.
No. I see that you don't have an invitation.
But it's right here, and I make an attack at the guard in front of me.
All right, I get everyone to roll initiation.
God damn it!
Is this 20-sided still again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Plus,
Yeah, add your initiative to it.
I was so tempted to
I'm
just
sorry.
go, I cast wild shape, but yeah, no, he beat me to the surprise action. 12.
Well, there's no surprise because both sides can see that there's a fight sort of brewing.
For
10.
I've got to go pee. I'll be back in a second.
Luther got 11.
What did Alazar get and Astius?
I got 12.
12?
Uh-huh.
Alazar? If you're talking, we can't hear you again. You done broke it.
I think he said 13, but let him say it so we know.
Wait, what?
Yeah, what did
Well,
you get?
15.
15. All right. So as you begin to draw your weapon, Crow, everyone sort of understands that this is about to get messy. However, Alazar, you're the first to react here, and you get the first turn. So there are. Now hold on. Hold on. Give me 5 minutes to quickly draw up a map on Roll20.
I'll be back as well.
So yeah, take a quick break. I'll draw this up, and we can get going.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about
You can have a break, Luca.
You can have a 5-minute break.
that. That's all right. I needed to take Panadol anyways, and I didn't want to take it on stream, so it's fine. So what did I miss out on? What was the initiation, Daddy?
Astius is going first.
So we playing through till 5?
No, Sham has to go pretty close to 4, so
We're going to be able to get this combat done?
No.
We'll see.
We're never going to be able to start it.
Well, actually, I suppose, Sham, like, how close to 4 do you have to be gone? Do you have to be gone before 4?
I mean, like I said, I have to be done on 4 or like 5 minutes early.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll put it to I'll put it to you. Would you feel more comfortable if we pause this and come back next time?
I honestly don't care. So it depends on what everyone else wants to do.
Because I don't want to make you late for whatever that you're doing.
I'm fine with ending it now.
No, start of combat's always a good place to end it because then we
Yeah,
can
okay. All right.
Yeah.
We'll stop.
figure out running the next one.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to remember.
No worries. So, oh, I think I have a token on one of these other maps. Hold on. I can get one of these guys. Oh, I can get one of these guys. So I'll show you the map before we get going.
Got these buffalo wing Doritos. My God, they're actually fucking brutal.
They're so good.
Oh, man, I am so hungry.
Have you had lunch?
No,
I haven't.
I've been really good.
I had breakfast, lunch.
How good are the buffalo wing Doritos though?
They're actually a bit brutal on the throat. They're good. They taste good, but oh.
Too spicy for the Jonah. They used to make extreme Mexican Doritos.
Yeah, I remember those.
They still have Mexican Doritos, and they're like, I love them to bits, but the extreme ones, oh my God, that was so good.
So there you go. So that's where we'll start next week.
Sweet. Now, question for you.
Yep.
Because Crow's intent is to make a strike as his invitation, I also want to go into a rage.
Yeah, so you'll be able to do that on your turn. So,
Okay.
but yeah, you'll be able to do it on your turn, I think.
You're not going to let me do it before?
As neither side was surprised, I'll wait for the initiation turn to sort of happen.
Mishy, what did that dog say?
Pork.
He's saying, give me a buffalo wing Dorito. I don't care how this is going to make me feel like.
It's going to regret it.
He's not getting it.
It will greatly regret it. So, are you running this same module with another group as well, Dottie?
Me, so I have a family game which we've been playing, and it has been this module. So I sort of know a little bit about what's sort of going on.
Was there a lot of stabbing like ours?
Yeah, I was going to say, what's been the differences? I'm very curious as to how two groups play the same module.
Yeah, I've run it differently as well. So I've picked up on little bits and pieces, and I've also worked out bits that didn't work for them, and I've changed it for you guys, and it seems to be a lot more smooth. So it's sort of hard to tell, and I don't want to say what that is because that would sort of give away, I think, too much of what happens behind the scenes. So, but in terms, like, you guys are a lot more aggressive, and they were a lot more nice with a lot of the stuff.
I've been hella nice.
You have been hella nice. They certainly didn't attack each other. That was something that hadn't happened.
Yeah, Milky.
Don't call me weak. I want to throw a knife at you.
Yeah, attack me at all. You missed my
And missed. Missed by that much.
I was drunk.
And if you could give instructions correctly, you might not have been thrown off a cliff.
No. Also, you guys are a party of 5 with a couple of healers, where they are a party of 3 with a not so good healer. Like, the class isn't sort of built around that. So I've had to restructure a lot of the fights, and I also give out a lot more sort of healing potions and such to sort of compensate and keep them sort of moving quickly, rather than having them stop and rest to heal up every time. So they're both very different parties, if that makes sense. But yeah, I really also I like that you guys are a party of 5, because I can literally throw the kitchen sink at you guys and watch you react. So it's been good.
in the kitchen sink. Now stab the big guy. Love it.
It's just... No! Oh.
But you touched me wrong, Jonah. That's why I stabbed you.
You should have touched him right.
You wanted to be thrown down the cliff. I had you, man.
Yeah, that's the way I understood it too.
Sorry, I just love after you throw him down the cliff, realizes what you wanted to be done. Throw Bugbear down the cliff.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. So I think 2 weeks from today, I think is a good one to do our next one. 1 p.m. on Saturday. If anybody has any issues, let me know on the Discord, and we can chop and change it as we
Did
do.
you say 2 or 3?
2 weeks.
2.
Yeah.
Aiming for bi-weekly at the moment. Should be good. So yeah, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tony.
Click my